All right. So first and foremost, this video is solely for some much needed accountability help. I'm reaching out to you guys as the YouTube community for that help. And I know that the YouTube community will 100% make sure I stay on track. And if I don't, basically call me out on my bullshit. And I know this for a fact, 100% for a fact. And this video is basically about the trading I did yesterday. The disaster of trading that I did yesterday. It was full of mistakes and greed, which has been a major issue of mine since starting my trading journey a little bit over 7 years ago. Now, here's a little backstory of who I am and how I got started trading stocks and options. All right. Like many of you, I started out by being recommended a few day trading videos on YouTube back in like 2012, 2013. Those videos actually sparked something in me that I never knew was there. Now, keep in mind, I've always been investing. I've been investing in the stock market solely for retirement purposes since way back in like the 2000s, early 2000s. I was actually a stockbroker as well. And we'll discuss that in other videos, just not this one. And just let me tell you, being a stockbroker doesn't mean shit. It doesn't mean knowledge. It doesn't mean you have an upper hand on others or the market. Well, not working for the firm that I work for, at least. But again, that's for another video, okay? Okay, we're getting off track. So back to yesterday. Yesterday, June the 27th, 2022. Again, this video is about accountability. Okay, I want to stress that because yesterday I broke so many rules and I ended up losing big time. And honestly, I want to end this cycle ASAP. I was very hesitant about making this video, but I came to terms with myself and my abilities. And now I know this video is needed. Not only will it help me stay on track, but maybe, just maybe, it'll also help some others. So let's jump into it, all right? Yesterday, I woke up like every other day, nice and early, hopped in the shower to get ready for my day. Took a cold shower because I love cold showers. They help me wake up. They help get the brain flowing, energy sparking. But I still was feeling off once I got out of the shower. So I said, okay, let me go ahead into the next routine, and I grabbed me a cup of Joe. Because what's a Monday without your favorite cup of Joe? I sprang into action. Start up the powerhouse of a computer system that I have, and I cranked up the TD Ameritrade platform. I checked the market to see how my plays were doing. Now it's time to check on SPY. SPY is my normal go-to ETF for day trading. This is the only thing that I day trade. Everything else is swing trades and long-term holds. I check the levels. I pull up the chart. I check levels and mark them up, and then I check eco news. That's economic news events, if you don't know. I see there's some data coming out today that I really don't understand how it could really affect the market. Bingo. First mistake. That was my first mistake. I never trade during these times. What I should have done was simply just went back to sleep. See, one of my rules is to never trade during major economic news. But no, I continue my day waiting to see the market direction, waiting for my bias to be created of market direction. Boom, I check daily charts. Then I check 4-hour charts. Then I check intraday charts. And I'm marking up levels of support and resistance while doing this. I'm a charting animal at this point. All right, so mistake number two. I never check my 10-minute chart or my directional bias. Typically, I usually check the 10-minute chart right after, I mark up everything and get all my levels together and everything, just in order for me to see what at 200 and the 50 is compared to price action, right? So this allows me to kind of gauge and see possible directions of the market. I never just jump out and take a trade based on that information, but it kind of gives me an overall idea of the possible direction. And this allows me to know if I want to go calls or puts, basically. It's not set in stone or anything like that. It's just something that I've been doing for years, right? So let's jump over to the charts real quick so I can explain a couple more things. Number one thing is I saw a gap up and then a pull to the 393 area, which is here. As you can see, these 3 arrows here, that was the gap. And then you see we pulled to the 393 area here. Well, we're a little bit off from 393, but we almost hit 393. And then you see this nice little pull down. And this is pre-market. This is pre-market. So if you switch to the 10-minute chart, you'll see what I'm talking about as far as like direction and stuff like that. We are above the 200, in between the 50. In terms of price action. So I never did this. I never looked. I never knew what type of pressure we had above and what type of support we had below. I never did this. This was a problem. If you look at any other day via the 10-minute, 200 SMA and the 50 EMA, you can kind of gauge the direction that the market is going to be heading to. Before market opens and after, like a little bit after, as you can see, it pushes down, and this is perfect trading conditions right here. I mean, I know that's hindsight, but honestly, I would have taken this trade. This is today. I didn't take any trades today because I wasn't feeling it. So I told myself again, I wasn't feeling it. That's mistake number 3. I really wasn't feeling trading yesterday. I should have listened to my gut and went to sleep. Anyways, let's go back to the 1 minute so I can show you guys what I was talking about. We're going to switch that to a 5-day. Well, no, we don't have to. I could just zoom in a little bit more. All right. So let's zoom in just a little bit and then bring it. Oh, no, it's right here. Okay. All right. So we jump early in the morning. We let the market come to us. I saw this big smash. Then I saw the retest for continue down, right? But because I didn't look at the overall market in all time frames, I didn't know where we were going. I still kind of felt like, okay, we rejected to 200 and then we broke past the 50. Then we came back up and we retested these areas right here, the 389.28s, and then we cracked back down. I wasn't feeling this trade at all. So I didn't take it. I didn't take this trade. I didn't take this trade or this trade. We came down, and once I seen the rejection off this area here, I started looking to place a trade. This is where I started looking to place the trade. I literally got into the trade. I got in after this pullback, and I saw this was failing as well to continue to go down. So I was like, okay, we are definitely reversing, right? So we pulled down, boom, we pop back up, retest, and we're gonna push back up, right? So I get in the trade here. I set my stops right here. My stop is here, right below price. Okay, let's go ahead and make that red. I'm gonna make that red real quick. All right, so we run up. When we get up here now, I have two contracts at this point. So we're at a specific profit, and I'm just like, that profit to me wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough based on what I know that I've traded before, and the possibility of us retesting this area up here. So I didn't take the trade. So once it came back down and did all this mumbo jumbo right here, I was pissed. I was already pissed. I was like, I should have got out here. Now I'm gonna, end up taking a loose, but we never hit my stop. So then we started running back up, and then I started noticing, as you can see, the 50 start to curl. I started noticing the curl. So I'm like, okay, we're about to retest this area here. So throughout all this, now mind you, this is a 45 minute, like this is like 45 minutes to 50 minutes of waiting. So when we got here, this is my first target to sell. This is my first target to sell. I should have been out here. I was up pretty nice. I was up really, really nice, right? Then we dropped back down and we push back up. Now, here's the thing. We're trading options. So this is mistake number 4, is I grabbed the wrong options. I grabbed the option that was expiring the same day. So by the time we hit here and we came up here, the profit wasn't the same as here. Or it, as you can see, like it should look like it should have been more, right? No, that wasn't the case. The profit was probably 20% less than what this was. These two were the same, all right, but not this. And I'm thinking it's because of decay. That's what I'm thinking. Because what I noticed after 11, you get a ton of decay. I don't know. Maybe that's not it. But I think with your, like when I used to do lotto plays, anytime after 11, I used to notice that any run-ups wouldn't be the same as a run-up on something that ran up earlier during the day, basically. Anyways, that's what we on mistake number 5 now. Didn't take this profit. Mistake number 6, we didn't take this profit. And mistake number 7, we didn't take. Like, look how many times, dude, I had ability to take profit. And the thing that's so messed up was the greed wasn't, like, now that I look at it, the greed wasn't even enough to justify what I did. Like, look at this. All I wanted was a retest of this area here, when in actuality, it should have just been a retest of this area here, which was open highs. But this is pre-market highs, right? Not that much of a big difference. I should have took the profit. I could have been done. I could have went to the gym. I could have had my day. You know what I'm saying? I could have did a million and one things, but no. So once we got here, I'm like, okay, I'm going to take the profit here. And I just never pulled the trigger. And we dropped all the way down here, all the way down, all the way down. But as you can see, we never hit my stop. So I waited all of this out, and then we hit my stop here, and then we ran back up. Still wasn't still wasn't profit, and it was a pretty large loss. It was bad. It was, I don't know, it was too bad. And then we retest again, and then we push up. And then today, you guys know today was just brutal, bloody, a bloodbath. So yeah, again, this video is solely for purposes of accountability. I want to start posting my trades and my actual mental condition when doing the trades and stuff like that. And I want you guys to be on me about this. I want the accountability. I want you guys to say stuff and make sure you check me on my trades, because I swear I feel like fundamentally, technically, I'm all there when it comes to trading. I've made tons of money. I've lost tons of money. I can see my progress majorly. So I have a set amount of rules, and that'll be another video. That'll be another video. The rules and stuff like that, right? Of how I trade, and I have to stick to it, because that's something that I really want to stick to. Even with today, like today I didn't take any trades because I wasn't feeling it, but I see so many different trades that my setups that I would have actually taken. So let's look at today a little bit. Let me zoom out a little bit here. So today I should have been in a lot of trades today. Zoom in and then pull it. As we're trading, I'm marking areas. I mean, as the market is trading, I'm marking areas of concern and interest. And I see we formed 3 nice bear flags, and I even marked up this little white line to say where we were going next. We were going to touch here and then drop. That's exactly what we did. Not only that, but I also marked up this area here, say we're heading to these levels today. First, we get a rejection of the 392.88 area. Clear as day, clear as day. Boom. We get a retest, we get a fail, a rejection, and boom, we came all the way down. Even when I didn't take all this, I could have took this bear flag. I could have took this bear flag and been in the trade all day and got all this. I could have made a ton of especially with the way I trade, I could have made a ton of money today. A ton of money. This rollover is classic. I've seen this a million and one times. I've seen these patterns a million and one times, and I know exactly what it means, 90% of the time. Bear flag, bear flag, bear flag. I mean, this one is probably the most prominent one. These aren't as prominent as this one. But, I mean, when you look at it, bro, like, look at this. Like, it just tells you, hey, I'm allowing you to get in. I'm allowing you to get in. I'm allowing you to get in. Here, take the trade. I didn't take the trade. 50 is important on the 1 minute chart. 50 is so important on the 1 minute chart. This right here is so strong. 50 crossing the 200 on a 1 minute chart means nothing but downward pressure. And I should have read this. I mean, without all this, I could have just read this alone, got in the trade here, and just rolled it all the way down. And then, I mean, let's say I came out on a retest of the 50, boom, I could have just came out here. That would have been a ton of profit. How many points is that? What I say? Got in where? I got in here, the 50 cross. So it would have been here. I would have probably waited for confirmation. So where was this? 389, 383. 6 points. 6 points. 6 points. So definitely I need some accountability, man. I'm gonna try to post my trades daily. I'm gonna try to get it out to you guys what my rules are, get those over to you guys as soon as possible, make a video about that, and then show you some examples on what I mean. Also, I want to start posting my watch list on this channel. I don't really too much want to talk about my strategy yet because I'm still creating it. If you guys understand what I'm saying, like I'm still trying to work out some kinks in it, getting some false signals, and I'm just trying to work out some signals and stuff like that. And once I do that, I'll bring that to everybody. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to grow a $1,500 account. That's what we're working on. I'll show you guys that. I'll show you my P&L. I'll show you all my rules. I'll put everything. I'm gonna put everything out there. I want to be a 100% transparent with this entire journey, win, lose, or fit, or draw. You know what I'm saying? That's the goal. The goal is for this video is pure accountability. I want to start being forced to have accountability. I don't care. Like, it's not gonna make me nervous to trade and nothing like that. It's just gonna make me second guess the fuckery that I do, because this is not the first time during this challenge that I made a stupid decision. So with that being said, I am out, man. I'm D. This channel is just it's gonna change from here, and you guys are gonna start getting some of those videos, and you guys will start seeing how I trade. All right, so peace. I'll see you guys on the next video.